What do you think changed? Why do you think he's coming out against this now? And have you spoken to the president and Elon since the infamous tweet?
Well, I'll tell you, I called Elon last night and he didn't answer, but I hope to talk to him today. I mean, it's not, it's very friendly, and we've laughed about our differences on policy before. I'm not upset about this, and I think he understands, and he's acknowledged to me before, that this is so serious that we can't fool around with it. I mean, the debt cliff is approaching very quickly, right? All the things that are in this bill are so important for the U.S. economy. It's going to be jet fuel for the U.S. economy. All boats are going to rise. And the sooner we do that, the better. And the risk of not getting it done is enormous, not just for the Republican Party, but for the country. We got to do this. We're going to have the largest tax increase in U.S. history at the end of the year if we fail, and all the other calamities that we've talked about. So we've got to get it done, and I think Elon understands the weight of that, and I hope he comes around. I'd love to talk to him this week, and I hope he calls him back today. I talk to President Trump, all the time, multiple times a day. Obviously, we've talked about this. As you know, he's not delighted that Elon did a 180 on that. But look, I don't know what happened in 24 hours. Everybody can draw their own conclusions about that, okay? But I look forward to talking to my friend about it again, and I'm not upset about it, all right? Yeah.
Attacking the rights and dignity of gay people was at the centre of its work, along with rolling back access to abortion and giving Christians more leeway to discriminate against someone who offends their faith. And those ideals have not changed, even as the organisation has massively grown. It now has more than 450 employees in domestic and international offices, as well as 5,000 network attorneys who work on their behalf. They also run a training program called the Blackstone Legal Fellowship, and a recent count found more than 60 Blackstone alumni were clerking on federal courts, including 18 on appeals courts. Fun fact, a frequent speaker at that Blackstone Fellowship was Amy Coney Barrett, who was paid to speak there 5 times, and yet, at her Supreme Court confirmation hearing, said that nothing about any of my interactions with anyone involved in the Blackstone program were ever indicative of any kind of discrimination on the basis of anything, which I find a little hard to believe, given that at the time she was lecturing there, the programme's recommended reading list included The Homosexual Agenda. And I'm not saying that she read that book. I'm just saying a room full of people who have are going to give you a vibe, and it is not, maybe see you at Pride. And it's not just Coney Barrett with ADF connections. Current Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, worked for them for nearly a decade. Here he is in 2005 as their senior legal counsel, appearing on Fox News to do the critically important job of defending the right to say Christmas before being bumped for more pressing news stories.
We've seen a great backlash against retailers who have banned the saying of Merry Christmas, and certainly more and more Americans are realizing how easy it is to stand up against this improper censorship. Many people are visiting our website at saychristmas.org, and they're learning the facts, learning what the law really says, and that's a big step in this.
Mike Johnson, senior attorney and spokesman for the Alliance Defense Fund, thank you very much. Coming up,
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Coming up, an explosion hits a nuclear plant. Those details in just a moment.
And Penguins fight the holiday weight gain. Find out how they do it. Look at them
So
go.
cute.
OK, first, tough break getting bumped by an explosion at a nuclear plant. But an even tougher break for that explosion getting bumped for a story about thick-ass penguins. Which, by the way, aren't fighting the holiday weight gain, you fucking heathens. They're fighting the Christmas weight gain. You heard Mike Johnson, saychristmas.org. But it wasn't just war on Christmas stuff. While at ADF, Johnson also advocated for the criminalisation of gay sex and wrote op-eds saying things like homosexual relationships are inherently unnatural, and that if society protects such relationships, polygamists, polyamorists, pedophiles and others will be next in line to claim equal protection. So that is who they are at their core. But how are they so successful at getting things done? Well, one major way is through the sheer...
You've personally had some personal experience with Covenant Eyes within your home. Why do parents need to put this into their home?
Covenant Eyes is the software that we've been using a long time in our household. It's a subscription-based. I mean, we don't make any money on this. I'm telling you, we use it. Okay, I'm endorsing it because I'm a user. It's about $15 a month, $16 a month, something like that. And what it is, it's accountability software. So when your kids become teenagers, especially if you have boys, dads, they're talking to the guys at this event, you might want to think about doing this with your sons. And so we've been doing that. It scans all the activity on your phone, and then it sends a report to your accountability partner. So my accountability partner right now is Jack, my son, right? And so he's 17. So he and I get a report of all the things that are on our phones or all of our devices once a week. If anything objectionable comes up, your accountability partner gets an immediate notice. I'm proud to tell you my son he's got a clean